Hi, and welcome to another edition of Seed Time and Harvest. We're here at the Seed Time and Harvest Garden, and we want to welcome you as we are now harvesting sorrel. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is sorrel? I've never heard of it. Well, today we're going to show you what sorrel is. Join us here in our garden.
So sorrel is a tropical plant that started out from seed in early spring. Generally, the sorrel can take from anywhere from 3 months to 6 months to start producing fruit. It depends on the variety that you have. So here we have this mature sorrel plant. Now, unlike other vegetables and herbs, sorrel does not need much care. Once our sorrel plants are established, we'll put them in the ground with some good compost. And as the plants start to mature, we will add layers of wood chips to help retain moisture for the plants. Now, you have no really set time to water or feed sorrel. However, if you want more productive plant, then you would feed and water as you would generally. Now, since these plants are warm weather, tropical plants, they will not tolerate cold weather. So as December, January starts to come around, then our plants are going to dry down because of the cold temperature. So until then, we will just continue to harvest and enjoy our sorrel. So here we have a sorrel plant. Specifically, let's look at the sorrel flower. You see this beautiful flower? Sorrel is almost like a hibiscus. It is called also roselli in many cultures. Now, this sorrel flower is used in the European continent to make a syrup, while the leaves are also used by many for a spicy flavored spinach dish.
Here we have the different stages of growth for the sorrel petal. The larger one here is ready to harvest. This one can be picked, and you pick it by snapping it. And if it doesn't snap, then you twist it. This will allow for the other ones that are not ready, such as this one, and these smaller ones, this one and these, to have an opportunity to get bigger so that you can harvest them at a later time, so you can have sorrel throughout the growing season. Here we have the sorrel petal, and what we do with this to process it, we cut the bottom and then we make a slice on the side. That way we can pull out the seed pod from the petal, and the seed pod will be stored. We will dry it and save it so that we can grow again. The petal can be also dehydrated. It can be made into a juice. It can be eaten. So there's many things that you can do with it. And we said that it is very beneficial for health. Now we're at the last phase. We're going to transition into the last phase. Here we see our sorrel that we harvested. We separated it from the seed pods. The petals are separated from the seed pods. And now we're going to go ahead and show you how to dry the seed. Alright, so here we have the two pods. One has been drying for a little while. This one right here, a little while longer than this one. And once they dry, you can see that they actually pop open. And once they pop open, you can take the seeds out. And the seeds will be ready for you for the next growing season. Now, Charisse, what is the first thing we notice when we look at sorrel?
It's red.
Yes, the dark, rich red color. And it reminds me of blood. You know what? Leviticus 17:11 also tells us that the life of the flesh is in the blood.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can see that as God made this sorrel red, he was showing us that this is good for the blood.
Right.
And so as we partake of this, we can then purify the blood, cleansing the body.
Yes.
And you know what? The object lesson there that God is teaching us is that Jesus also wants to cleanse us by giving his blood, cleansing our lives.
That's right.
What a powerful blessing, a powerful message right in this sorrel. But you know what? Most people might not be familiar with sorrel.
Yes.
As I once was not familiar with it. So when I looked at it first, I wondered, what can I do with this? Can you tell us?
I it's a good thing you mentioned that, because that's the question a lot of people have. What do we do with sorrel? Well, you can juice the petal, or you can eat the leaves for a spicy flavor, almost like spinach.
Really?
That is very beneficial for the body. Okay. As well as cleansing the blood, sorrel also helps to improve circulation. It lowers your blood pressure, boosts eyesight, gives you energy. It supports your immunity, helps you fight against disease, and builds strong bone. There's so many benefits towards having sorrel. Many people have told me that the leaves of the sorrel, you can use it as a poultice for certain skin infections. So the use and benefit of this plant is limitless, because not only can you eat the petal, but you can also eat the leaves. And as you mentioned before, the flower of the sorrel is used to make syrup. So if you have this plant, there are a lot of things that you can do with it.
Now, Charisse, most people might not be familiar with sorrel juice.
Yes.
But since I was introduced to it by you, it is a delicious, refreshing drink, by the way.
That's right.
And how exactly do you make that sorrel?
Well, you're going to get the petal of the sorrel. You're going to strip that. Of course, you want to save the seed for the next growing season. And this is what you're going to use to make the juice by boiling it. But if you want more information on how to make sorrel juice, you can just leave us a comment. You can inbox us, or you can send us an email, seed to harvest at Save to Serve Ministry. That is seed to harvest at Save to Serve Ministry.
So if you are interested in learning more about how to make that refreshing drink that Charisse made for me, contact us, let us know, and we might just make a video how to make sorrel juice.
Yes, and that would be delightful.
So again, that contact is seed to harvest at savetoserveministry.com. Contact us. All right, so here we are at our harvest table. We see here that we have seeds that have been drying. Some are ready for us to preserve for the next growing season. Here we have our bucket of the new seeds that we will begin to dry out. And then join us next time when we get the harvest and show you how to prepare some sorrel, how to store it, and how to use it. So I hope you enjoyed what you've seen today as we went from harvest to seed. And then we will take our seed so we can go from seed to harvest.
Happy planting, everyone.